to a new episode of the ALANAmagazine Podcast. Um, this is your host, Dene, and I have with me the amazing Lorena Bello. Lorena, hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for having me here. I'm very glad to have this time to enjoy this time with you, talking about digital fashion and with you.
I'm so happy to finally meet you and speak with you. You are so accomplished and amazing. I'm so excited to learn your story, your journey, your perspective. The first question I do have for you is where in the world are you speaking to us from?
Where in the world? Right now, I'm from. I'm in Madrid, very near to Madrid City. I mean, in a city that is called Alcalá de Henares, very nice city, and is where I normally 90% of my time I'm based.
Oh wow, how nice.
From
I've always wanted
Spain,
to
not
visit.
yeah, from Spain, not sunny today, but we will have the sun in a few weeks, I guess.
Almost there. We're almost there.
That yes, yes, yes. Because I look into you are, you are very summer, and I have a lot of
Spring.
vibe. Yes.
I'm excited for spring. I in Southern California, we just had like a huge winter storm, but now it's finally sunny, so I'm like, okay, shoot, like I'm gonna rock it. So, Lorena, what is the meaningful item that you are wearing today?
Sorry, can you repeat? So they have to.
Of course. What is the meaningful item you are wearing today?
My meaningful item I'm wearing today, I think this this jacket is the meaningful item. Yes, it's a
It looks so
present
nice
I
and
got.
cozy.
Yeah, it's a present I got, and also it's something that is very me because I absolutely love prints. I'm a print lover, and I'm also flowers and everything. So I think that represents very well myself, and also it's a present. So it's very yes, important.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Especially when it's a gift and it's like, oh, you thought of me. Like, thank you so much. So I like it and I like how you're rocking it. My next question for you is tell us a little bit about your craft. What is digital fashion to you?
Wow, digital fashion to me is so this is a lot. I mean, how to explain it? When I say it's a lot, is that for me it really represent many things. From one side, as an artist, it can represent my self-expression somehow, and in a way, and I can represent things I love to create, I love to do, and but I think that digital fashion has many ways to be seen. Also, from real world, only digital world, for the, it's is that for me, it's like it's like split myself in two parts, no? My part that is digital fashion and artist, that where I express myself or I create things that really represent. But for me, also digital fashion has a very powerful, uh, it's a very powerful tool for a real fashion to create also something fashion in a different way. So it's these two ways where I see. But what we are seeing there is more my artistic part, where I express myself and you create things that some can be wearable, some no, but
Yeah.
really it's more a way of expressing, yourself.
Gorgeous. Yeah, so what I'm hearing is that there's two versions of digital fashion. One is the creative expression, it's the art form, it's the illustration, and then the other part is the impact that it can have in the actual fashion industry and with sustainable fashion and it being used as a solution to fashion waste. Am I getting that right?
Yes, a solution to fashion way, and also as a way of designing and creating in a different way. I think fashion has been stuck for many years on the same way of doing things that is not a good way. Is not, uh, from the one part is not so efficient and is not so sustainable. And
Yeah.
technology, I'm a tech lover, I have to confess. I totally a tech lover. And really, I think that technology is here to help us. And indeed, I had these two ways because maybe my first approach to digital fashion was from that side, no? From, oh, if you create these things with digital, you can be more sustainable, or you can create things that are more accurate and was. And from there, I started more in the digital fashion path of being more an artist and creating on things.
Yeah.
Is that why I'm a little bit split in, in these two parts?
I love that. I love that. So, a big question that I have for you is you wear many different hats under the digital fashion umbrella. You're a designer, you're a consultant, an educator, a co founder. What role has been the most natural for you? And what role has been the most challenging?
I think maybe the most natural has been to be a designer. That was like something you have inside. And when I say a designer, it's like to create things.
Hmm.
That is something that I have inside of me, and I need to create.
Put in.
It's something that yes, I need to get out. Yes, that is something I need to do in my everyday to create. And this is for me more natural, and maybe later I realized that maybe being an educator is something that I can have in a natural also way, because it's natural for me to explain the people, and I like to help people and to always teaching, and it has been. And maybe the most challenge is the part of being co-funding or funding or doing being an entrepreneur. That is the most challenging, because you have to, when you are a co-founder, you have to agree with other people, and you have to
Yeah.
decide things. And in any case, when you fund anything, is very challenging because you have to do so many things at the same time, and that is
Yeah.
really that is really really a challenge. Yes, for sure. That is the part in which you have to be not only not only the founder, but also the marketing, and also the
Yeah.
design, and also the sales, and also everything. And this is really I all the people that they create their own business or projects or whatever, I really, really, they have my entire admiration, because I know how difficult it is. And sometimes we only see the success on some people, thinking that, oh, they got this, and we do not see the lot and the tons and tons of work they have made, and also the not everything has been good all the time, and all the
Yeah.
failure and all the things that are underneath. So for me, that is the more challenging personal, and I think for any person, I really admire the people that can do this.
Yeah. I thank you for sharing that because I feel like it's so easy, like, especially on social media or like just in conversation, you're more likely to share your successes rather than your failures.
Yes.
And so it is really like sometimes people don't really see the journey like for what it is as a journey. And you only really hear about the wins like after the fact.
Yeah. Yeah. That is, and I think that is a problem, because it's like when you see what you were telling, social media, these kind of things, you only see the success in the people, and
Yeah.
it's not, that is not real. Normally, that can be a temptation, but I think success is something that you get with some drops of luck and a lot of work. a lot of, and without a lot of work, these drops of lag, because of course you have to have some lag, but yes, people only see the detail, and I think, when a person is successful, for sure, it has a lot of failures on the backpack.
Yeah. I'm happy that we're also discussing this as well for viewers who are watching this. I think, especially if they are just now getting into fashion, just now getting into tag or digital fashion and fashion tag, like, I think it's very helpful to have this less rigid mindset around success because sometimes it's so hard to put like your expectations on yourself rather than like kind of just going with the flow and understanding like the ebbs and flows of the journey.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yes, totally agree. I think it's very important for any person that starts in this, or I think in any, but to know that you are going to get a lot of no's and a lot of people that does not like your work, and a lot of people, but that the world is very big and very wide, and you will you're going to get always positive feedbacks and negative feedbacks, and things are going to be well sometimes and bad other times, and this is the life, and you have just to compose yourself and continue and keep going, and just really believe in what you do, and
Yeah.
the things you like. I think it's important also to do the things that you really like and keep going.
Yeah.
Doesn't care about what other people, is telling you. If you believe in something and you do, it's just keep going. But you have to be aware that
Yeah.
things are not always easy, for sure.
That okay. I love that. I feel like that is what I've been learning as well is like the importance of persisting. You got to persist. So, I guess my question for you in all of this is what do you define as success to you?
Well, for me, success is do what you love and be able to live with doing that. For me, that is wonderful, because you have to, for me, all the people can put the, the success in many things or many perspectives in their life. But I think, considering that work is a big part of your time, you have to work so many times, being able to do something that you really like and you get paid, for me, that is success. Wake up and say, okay, I I will do this for free because that I love, and I'm getting paid. You can
Hello.
for for the love. No, no, you have to pay me, right? Okay, but I will
That
get
that too.
that. You get don't feel that, but that feeling that what you do, you really love, and you are getting paid for that. So for me, that
Mm,
is the feeling. Of course, you can be like Picasso and be also famous and very rich, it would be great. But that to achieve that doing something that you really love, and have the opportunity to do that every day. I
yeah.
mean, it's awesome.
We have Thank you. We have a actual chat. It says by Nitish Aurora. Hi, Nitish Aurora. But they say the landscape behind Lorena is interesting. I wish she could talk about it. Can you talk about it for us a bit?
Okay, that landscape is a dream. It's my house in maybe any other planet. I don't know.
Ooh.
It's really Now, this is something I did with Midjourney and a lot of time ago, and it's one of my first experiments working with artificial intelligence and creating prompts for different things. And was creating different landscape and houses in different special things, and I love this landscape. Always is on my bike.
I like that. I like how that's the fun thing about AI and Midjourney. Like you can really create something out of nothing and then have it as your background for a live stream. Like That's awesome to me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So, next question. What was your first project in fashion tech? Would you feel comfortable in showing us?
Okay, I have different projects that I can consider my first project. Indeed, I don't know if I can. Okay, yes, I can share my screen. Then
Awesome.
okay, then I can look because I was seeing. Okay, let me know. I'm going to explain you the projects and the options. Okay, 1 second. That I have to. Okay, go in here. Okay, this is are using, and this is one of my. I consider this one of my first projects, even if it is not my first project, because the composition is something that is not my first project. But this dress is the first dress and also the first garment I ever designed into it. And also the earrings and the shoes are from my very, very, very first modeling assets. So a little bit of time later, I put all them together with the avatar and the team. But really, the almost all these things are the first things are designed. I designed. So this is why I consider this one of my first projects in the sense that it joins a little bit everything. But really, one of my very first projects to the world, I was okay here. What this is one of the 10 first things I did for a client. I went to here to digital acts the NFTs and these in here are my first projects. This is an auction, the first auction of Digital Acts with the Crypto Kitties was a collaboration with it. And the others were with Brian Winkman. And we did this collaboration, and it's this very nice because also the
Oh
textures
my gosh.
are moving. Yes, yes. And also it's crazy because I
God.
see the price of this Brian Brinkman the price of some of them is like 4.5 F that I can that I cannot believe, you know, really the price.
Gosh.
Yes, yes. But this is also really in tech. I will say that this is the very first project in the sense that before this, I didn't not know what was crypto or Web3. I was totally, totally out of this world. And okay, nice to hear you. Nice, Javier. Hi, I'm ready. And it was the really my that moment was the moment I passed from I told you what I told you before. No, I passed from digital fashion, something for fashion or we can create digital fashion for other purposes, or we can do digital fashion and be artists or be designers or be and that was the moment where I thought, oh okay, yes, we can also digital fashion is also something else. Yes, in that okay, in that case I have to say that is what I told you. Sometimes I like you need a little bit of luck, and I consider that I have luck because that was in the very beginning of the digital fashion and in crypto was the first I think was the first auction in for digital fashion, and I have was very lucky because they contact me and they asked me to participate in Kia. It's someone that you don't know and they believes in you and they think that you can create something like that. And it was an amazing opportunity they gave me.
That's amazing. Was it challenging? Because that it looks so nice. It looks intricate.
Yeah, it was challenging. Yes, especially the very beginning because now I have many things in mind and a lot of things that I know. But in the very beginning, people was telling me, no, you have to do the UVs and you have to sport this and you have to do that. And you have
Oh my God.
what they are telling me about. I don't even know.
Yeah. What did that mean?
From when you are starting in something, but yes, really, really was a way for also learning a lot of things and pushing yourself to do more. And this is something that I really love also. The fact of pushing, this, I love this. This is
That's beautiful
for
too.
yes, yes. Also, you have the filter that you can put with the NFT. Was super.
I can imagine wearing it right now. Like,
Yeah. We're in real life. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. My next question is explain one thing in Web3 for total beginners.
Well, one thing in Web3 for total beginners, when I uh, act as a speaker with especially with students, and I try to explain them that first thing is the concept of the blocks, and how the blockchain works and how it's important
Yeah.
to really assure that the information cannot be modified or alterated and so on. And also, for me, it's very important, and I explain then, and it's something that for beginners, they do not know, the part of the transaction. And the part of all the information and all the data, is not a storage in one company, one thing, and it's divided. And the power of this thing, that anything can be altered because everything is everywhere and at the same time.
Yeah.
So for me, this is, when you try to explain people to understand which is Web3 and which is the nice thing of Web3. And of course, collaboration and all the things happening in there. But for me, that main thing is very important. And also, I think is the key for, I think, a new generation of products that we are going to see, or traceability in products or topics. Indeed, I used to say this is very nice. In Spain, sometimes in the radio, there is an advertisement of a company that they sell eggs, and you can trace your eggs on the blockchain. So this is crazy because when you buy them, you can see where the hen put the eggs and on all this having all this traceability. So I think the concept underneath is very powerful for for a lot of purposes. But I also love the fact that anything is in a place, everything is everywhere, and in the in many places of many people that are at the same, they have the information but they do not have the information, so at the end the information is yes.
Ooh. So we have a really interesting question. It's also from Nitich Aurora. It says DJs like Anima have taken VFX and 3D modeling to the next level. Has Lorena worked in film and music collab? If not, does she plan for her fashion to be seen in films?
Oh, and I go love, of course. I will be more than willing. No, I didn't have the chance to collaborate in any film. I have been contact time ago, man, I don't know, a few years ago, from a musician, but at the end the collaboration didn't work. But of course, I would like to work, and I would like to do more things of that field. Anyway, I think we still be, we can see digital fashion, and there are people that they are very, mm, breaking the boundaries and doing amazing things. But at the end, in general, I think this kind of industries is a little bit difficult to judge because they used to collaborate with studios or the companies. It's not that at the end is not that I'm very happy, but I'm not a famous artist. that is that is Rihanna is coming to to call me and say, okay, can you do a digital dress for me? Uh, I wish, no, but that is difficult. So at the end, uh, would I like to do it? Of course, I would love to participate in teams or in music, fashion, and also join in more these parts of digital and the other arts. But I think it's very difficult also to be able to participate something like that. Not
Who
me.
knows? Maybe somebody watching is
Yeah, yes, and I know
3D
I'm
film.
super open. I love, but I think is okay. It is it also saying that I would like and I will be super happy, but maybe that is not my main thing. So if
Yeah.
where I will be pursuing that thing I'm trying to do, life has lead me for other other ways right now. So that is not my main thing, but yes, sure, I love
That would be interesting.
yes.
Also, going back to your comments about the about Web3, I think it is interesting how it's a lot more transparent and kind of nothing gets lost.
Yes. Nothing gets lost and you have really this traceability of the things and the things cannot be manipulated or of the information altered. And also I also love the fact of not needing to use your data. Right now, this is something that we are okay. You have to do things. Sometimes I feel like I'm self because I have to do things and I have to put my data everywhere. Otherwise, you can do nothing. And honestly, I do not think that is fair. And I think we need to do something to change that.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because data is data, and it's all about.
Yes, that is very powerful. Yes, if you want my data, pay for it. Like maybe I can, if I can do it, if I can say, but right now I cannot say that because my data is everywhere and I think because you have to pick so many yes, a pad or whatever with all your information that you cannot even read the things you to get and this is a system that is not fair. It's absolutely fair.
Yeah, yeah, and it unfortunately it's very normalized too.
It's absolutely. I think all the yes, I think the rules we have, at least in Europe, for that are not the rules that are protecting anything because at the end you have to do data. I think is changing the system and a system that you keep also part of your privacy. Why not? And about your privacy in any aspect you want to keep. It's your privacy and if something is a right you have. So it should be, at least have the right to decide. I want to go in this way and I want to, it's not that you are hiding anything, but you can protect yourself.
Mhm, of course. So, what do you want the world to know about Studio Low?
Oh, one. Yeah, okay. That's it. That is me. It's just me. It's just me trying to put, you know, uh, together my art and my things and also my work because really when Studio Love was born, the found the website was a little bit me presenting myself as a signer for the people, as a consultant, but also as an artist. It's a mix, is this mix that I told you because I started with a purple. Later, the life gave me another one. I did another one. So at the end, it's a mix. But uh, uh, what I want to transmit is just what I feel or what I do or the things I in the beauty for me.
Beautiful.
The beauty is it's a content very personal.
Yes. It looks so beautiful.
Thank you.
So you have three artworks in Alana Magazine, Earth Edition. You have Baby Fungi, Pink Pagoda, you have Bridal Veil. What inspired you to create these artworks, and what story do you hope to tell through these artworks?
Okay, this is I think, my most art, artistic work. There was a lot of time before I create this that I have that willing to do something. I love nature. I told you I love flowers. I love prints.
Yes.
And I have a folder on Pinterest full of fungi. Any kind of image of fungi in the world. I was,
Yeah.
collecting and collecting and collecting.
Yeah.
And when I see the free picture that inspired these artworks, it was like seeing the picture of the fungi and seeing the dress right now. How I
That's
you know,
wild.
prepared that, and that was the beginning. And I want also to mix a little bit of this fashion decoration with the putting in nature and with a touch that for me is more if remembers more the painting from the Caravaggio, or re hand paintings from 400 years ago, this kind of style with the nature, the contrast at the ends, and missing a little bit, together many things. And this is
Yeah.
how they were.
It
They
looks
are my
beautiful and it's so crazy. Yeah, it's so crazy how you're able to just kind of imagine, like, okay, what would this look like as a dress?
yeah.
How can I make this fungus into fashion?
That was more than imagine was when I was watching the picture of the fungi. I was
Yeah.
watch the dress. For me, was the dress just was like to convert. For me, was like the dress is there. I do not have even to see it.
Yeah. Like
That's
it's easy.
yeah, that's like cocking the dress. It was something. This is what I have. It was something very personal because I have this picture from a long time ago, and was a project I had in my mind, and the right time to get the project arrive, and I was crazy. And I love the also when you see with the pink pagoda in
Yeah.
the now with the people wearing. Oh, it's so fun. So fun.
That's so fun. It's so crazy, like, for those who are watching, like, you can actually try on this gown
Yeah.
to the 010 app,
Yeah.
and it's just so crazy how you took an idea, you brought it to life through design, turned this plant into, like, an actual dress, and now people who are watching can even try it on in their own homes, like, that's to me, that's impact, and that's really awesome, so
Yes. And this is also thanks to you and thanks to Stella to and to the Alana project you know, to giving me also the opportunity to feature my work and do this. And really it's super cool when you see that. I feel like it's like feel like
no, like, I'm
super
like
happy. Yeah, yes.
I'm super happy right now. It's so cool. So, okay, in 2023, you were featured in Vogue Singapore as the winner of the Vogue Singapore Metaverse Fashion Week digital competition. Many people dream of being featured in Vogue. How was this experience for you? Like, what was it like? You got to share with us.
Okay, I almost cute go back to when I when they wrote me and I opened the mail, you are the winner. I was like, wait 1 second, this is not possible. For sure, this is not. I cannot believe that it was it was a dream. I just you were you get blur. It really was. was a dream. It was a dream come true. Dream come true because I have been all my life to be give feature roles in Vogue. I had never imagined, from this that I told you, I started the digital passion with another purpose, and from this opportunity to do an action and other things, arriving to the point that that will lead you to be a bogey is like if someone have told me that 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I'd be crazy. I cannot. That is not going to happen. And yes, and that happened. And so for me, it
Oh
was
my
amazing.
gosh.
Yes, yes,
Oh my
really, it was
gosh.
amazing. And also when they told me, you cannot imagine the amount of people that bought, for the design and the thing, they were, you know, that makes you feel okay. Is the amazing is even more than amazing.
I'm so excited right now.
That I tell you, imagine that also they brought me and they told me, okay, you are the winner, but we are going to publish this. I don't remember in 2 weeks or so. You cannot tell anyone.
Oh my gosh. You're like,
This inside of me.
yeah.
And all the people was that
Beautiful secret.
yes, all the people because my friends were asking me, "Oh, did you know anything about the Vogue theater?" No, no, I do not know anything. I was not telling anyone because they told me, "Yeah, but well, I will shut up until it comes." Never. It's another
That's
thing.
so beautiful.
Never. I did this like something was in a moment. Okay, that I have the time to do, and okay, let's do it. Never thought I was going to it. Never. Never.
So beautiful. I love the colors. It's so vivid and so
Yeah.
saturated.
Yes.
I love it.
Same.
Wow. What an accomplishment. Congratulations. I know it's been like 2 years still like that. Like, I'm so excited right now. It's super
Thank
cool.
thank you. Thank you very much. I could wear it in real life also.
So, as a digital fashion designer and educator, what do you hope to accomplish one day?
Ay, wow. Mm, as a digital fashion designer, I think I have some ideas in my mind that maybe I will keep a little bit for me and let's see how they come to light. But really, for me, I would like to accomplish these ideas, but for sure, I'm very happy as well to have the opportunity to be doing things that I really love and have the chance to experience every day for me is fantastic. And maybe one day I would like to be a digital fashion designer, and merge these things in between digital and physical world or do something else, be something that is always in my mind, but you have to think very well about that on how to be able to solve because really fashion is a very difficult world. It's very competitive.
Mhm.
And there are many things that you have to 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 consider, but digital fashion I think is very good tool for any designer to start creating
Yes.
things and promoting and seeing also if those things can have an opportunity in real life, so maybe it's something that I would like to do and also to be able to to put my to yes to see myself, is it what I told you? Sometimes when I do things, is a way to express yourself, no? So even if it's more in the side of fashion, or even it's more in the side of work, having that opportunity, or also as an more artist, how to say, when you see your work, see it and the stage is something that is very, rewarding. And as an educator, really, I will be very happy when all the new generation of designers they will be not just designer, they will be also digital fashion design. Digital design, yes, because from, from my side, you're with the people and with the new generations of people, but also with people that they really see technology not as a friend. They see technology as something that they can learn, to improve.
Yeah.
For me, it's very rewarding when you see the people, and then you help them to learn, or you teach them, and later you see how they fly and do the things, and they enter and they understand, the perspective of digital fashion and how many things they can do with that. So maybe it's what I would like. I would like to see, in 10 years, okay, now all designers are digital fashion designers because, digital fashion is a core for any designer, and also seeing digital fashion, more and more. There was maybe uh, 2 years ago, it was digital fashion was very high also. And maybe with the crypto crash, also digital fashion, somehow projects related with that were a little bit down. And I think that I would like to see everything coming up again
Yeah.
in a good way. I think it's sometimes it's in the life, in the current world, things happen so fast that sometimes you do not have even time to know what is really something that is going to stay, and what is something that is going to move. We pass from one thing to AI to the other thing, and but I think we tried everything we can, and see, these things coming more and more, and really being something that are not uh, how to say that sorry, in the beginning when I started in digital fashion was common for me. My friends used to tell me, what do you do? Suddenly, what did you because it was difficult to explain to people what you do in your work, or what you create, or
Yeah.
so maybe the summary will be that I do not need to explain people what I do. I thought I do this, I'm digital fashion designer, and they will understand what I'm doing.
I like that. I like that. That it's not like some huge mystery. It's like, yeah, I design digitally and digitally and for fashion as well.
Yeah.
We have another comment. It says from Nitish Aurora. It will be really nice to learn from Lorena how she stores the archival projects in digital fashion.
Oh, how I store my projects in digital fashion. Well, really in so many hard disks. You know it. I store there. I have on almost all my projects. I have published them in social media, also on my website, but I keep them really in for now in-house until I found another way, to serve them. Also because I thought this about um blockchain and crypto, but honestly I do not know how to create. If I have a way to create something, and storage in another way where I can keep yes, that needs a knowledge that I do not technical knowledge that I do not have. So right now, in the current way, I think almost of the people.
My last question for you, Lorena, is for those who are curious about getting into fashion tech or getting into digital fashion, what advice would you give them?
To those first to jump, jump. Do not think so much. Sometimes we think a lot. I'm going to do this or not, or how to start. The only way to start things is starting. Just move one feet and later moving the other. will be, just something natural. Don't be afraid. And also don't be afraid what we told. Don't be afraid of the failure. Don't be afraid that maybe it's something you try and later you don't like. You can. You are not obligated to continue doing something you do not like. It's not a contract for life. And in the life right now that things and technology is so fast, is the most you try, the most you learn, the better for you. Because you need to be, I think, my advice for anyone in anything, and is the advice I used to tell younger people because they are just learning, is that you have to be very flexible in life, very flexible and very be able to adapt to anything, because right now technology is something that goes so fast that maybe something we are talking right now and we are thinking is going to be one way in 1 year or in five is totally different or totally changed. So you have to be this thing like be water, my friend. Oh, that Bruce Lee. You have to be able to adapt and to pass from the things. And for me, this is the most important thing. Just try, keep going, and be flexible.
I like that. I like be like water, especially with water. Water, one thing about water, water persists. Not only like does it adapt and move, it also keeps going.
Yes, yes, and keep going. Always cannot stop, and that is, for me, that is at least is also my mantra. It's something that I try to say to myself. Keep going, and even some days are bad or some days okay. Tomorrow will be another day. You can, yes,
Yes.
you can.
I love that. Lorena, thank you so much for coming on to the Alana Magazine podcast and sharing your story. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate learning from you as well.
Oh, thank you very much, and thanks for having me, and thanks for all the support to me as an artist and as a designer and everything. I'm really, really super happy, and I'm very lucky. And I is what I told you. You have to work hard, but you have to be lucky also to have people that really believe in what you are doing, and like you, and that you are posting me and also having me in magazine. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Alana Magazine podcast. If you would like to support the show, please vote for us on Artisan for the Alana Magazine Air Edition because we are working on a new edition of the magazine and we're going to have that out to you guys soon. You can see the QR code, scan the QR code below. Other than that, thank you all. You have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of your week.
Bye bye, everyone.